So you remember, I told you we visited Indigo magazine.
Yes.
And I felt like, wow, these people are getting they get medals because of the hoops that they're jumping through to create this content on a weekly basis. You know, copy and pasting, exporting JPEGs, constructing all this stuff inside, you know, the Flash operating tool. There should be a better way, right?
Yes.
I mean, we did merge with Macromedia, right? And we have this thing called the Creative Suite where products like Flash and InDesign are in the same box. So do you think we should maybe get them to work together? Yeah? Okay. So here's a sample spread from a lovely magazine that some of you are probably aware of called InDesign magazine. Anyone that's a subscriber? Hey! Okay, it comes out is it once a month? Is it monthly now?
Every 2 months.
Every 2 months, okay. Maybe soon to be every month, right? Who knows? When we make it this easy for you to produce, you can produce more content, right? So this is a sample article from a recent issue about Japanese designers. And let's go ahead and show the pages palette here. So there's the cover, here's the intro spread, here's a layout for each of the 4 artists that we're going to showcase here. Anyone recognize this article from a previous issue? Okay, so what could this be like as an interactive version? And something that's a little bit more interesting, a little more compelling. Still have my version that I can print out, but what could I do to add to the experience, of interacting with this content? So, let's see. I've done all my work in InDesign. I've got my typography, I've got my images laid out, I've got my text wraps, I've got my master page items and whatnot. Let's go ahead and get this over to Flash. So we'll do file export. And we'll export this to a technology preview version of some other interactive authoring tool. Accept my tech entry. There we go, okay. So this is page 3. I'll just go ahead and name it 3. Just export this one page and save. Yes, we want to scale this to 100% because I already designed this to be an on-screen document. That's something that the InDesign magazine has done very well. Right? One of the things that how many of you are annoyed when you experience a PDF on screen and it's just the 8.5 by 11 version of the document that they've happened to put as a PDF, and then it's like this big on your monitor, right? One of the things I love about InDesign magazine is that it was designed to be read on screen, so it's a wide orientation. So that's what we've done for this particular document as well. We're going to go and export just this page, and hey, we want that InDesign text. We want that to stay as Flash text, right? We want to be able to make late-stage edits if we need to inside the Flash authoring tool. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And it does this thing, it spits out this file that we can then open in Flash.
That we can then open in Flash?
I know, kind of crazy.
You mean no copy-paste?
No copy-paste.
No hair pulling?
No.
No drinking?
Well, maybe. So let's pop over to Flash. Yes, thank you. And let's go open that file. Now, I'll warn you, this is preview technology. If you see that things are going to go just a little bit slow, that's fine. It's not baked yet. Go ahead and click open. Tell a funny joke, because this is going to take a few seconds. Here we go. All right, so remember those spreads that we saw in InDesign? Look at the Flash timeline. Every page shows up as its own frame in the Flash timeline. So if anyone who's done Flash doesn't really, you know that Flash doesn't really have this notion of pages, right? It has frames on a timeline. So what this technology preview has done is wrapped all those pages or spreads from the InDesign document into what's called a movie clip, a symbol. It's a Flash building element, and put each one of those symbols on its own frame in the timeline. So as I move the playhead from left to right, it's as if I'm turned into pages, okay? So my role as a designer is I worry about the stuff I care about. Right? I lay it out, I use the type size, the font I want, I lay out my images, I do what I'm paid to do. I spit it out to this file that I can then hand over to my Flash developer, whose name happened to be Chris, who has some sessions. You might want to check him out, Chris Converse. He's doing a session right now on how to use Flash. You can learn how he did what he did once he got my stuff. So let's open up the version that he riffed on, because he does what he does. He's the developer, right? And we'll go ahead and open up the final version. What he did is he built a navigation set of elements for me that are going to show up at the bottom. And he added some fancy page transitions, and he added a few other surprises to explain, to help illustrate why you might want to actually go through this to create a compelling interactive version. So we'll go ahead and test this movie. And you'll see this version. Okay, so there's that same document, okay, but I've got this cool little navigation bar now. Let's go ahead and go to full screen. Or not. Okay, so as I mouse over this navigation button, you'll see the little butterfly moves, and I get this transition from one page to another, animated in and out. And the pictures slide in. Ooh, look, zoom image. Can I do that in a print document? Ooh, that's kind of cool. So I get to see a larger version of it. If it was a movie, the movie could be playing. And because he knows I like choices, what he's done is he's created 4 different transition types for me to choose from. And all I need to do is change one little character of code. Don't be scared. Go ahead and code the ActionScript editor. And he's created this function here called load movie and a bunch of different transition schemes for me to choose from. I just need to change the option from 1, 2, 3, or 4. So I'm going to press 2 because I know that's the slide one. And I like that particular transition the best. So I go ahead and retest this movie. And now things slide in instead of rotating in. So he's done all the hard part. He's done the stuff that he's good at. I've done the stuff I'm good at. Gotta bring them together. 1,000 points of that. Okay? And it's a way now that you as a print designer can participate in digital publishing. What do you guys think? So, should we put this technology in a future product? Yeah. Is that be interesting to you? Well, thank you very much. We're 1 minute over time. Enjoy the rest of the conference. Please come up and talk to us. Tell us what you like about what we just saw or what other stuff that you're already interacting with. We'll get back started at 10.